Oh, it's gotten more complicated, terribly complicated with the accreditation that we have to go through, BRC, that whole thing. Thank God for Father Jerome, who has a legal mind, because without him we would never have been able to put together the manual, which is over like 400 pages of the manual, of all the stipulations about the bakery. That was a major, major change. And I think people think, you know, we go through it once, it'll be over. And I keep telling the brothers, it isn't going to go away. This is going to be every year. So I would say that's the biggest thing for us, is has really changed the whole atmosphere of the bakery. It has become, in a sense, more professional, which is not a bad thing, but it has taken away some of the spontaneity, I think, that has always been part of the bakery. I would say that's the biggest thing. And without that, the stores wouldn't sell our bread. In some ways it has, yes. I have to be careful how I say this. I think we've always been serious, but now it's much more serious knowing that someone's going to come in and hold a mirror under the different equipment to see if it's clean or not, or whatever. We've been told our bakery is extremely clean and is admirable and everything else, but a lot of work had to go into that, and especially changing people's way of thinking about it, you know. It was more like a mom and pop bakery for years, and then all of a sudden becomes this big change. And we didn't realize the extent of it, what it would mean. I mean, documentation, paperwork, ungodly paperwork that has to go into that whole thing. Records that have to be kept all the time. For example, and you probably know this, the woman who comes, she's wonderful, but she picks up a loaf of bread out there and she hands you the loaf of bread and says, "Now trace that for me." Trace that all the way back to the beginning when the ingredients came on the dock and who signed for it and what was the batch and all that. We never did that before. But now we have to do that. And so it makes it a little bit more pressure.